Hello and welcome to yet another episode of Nerds with Badges. It is Sunday, the 21st of September, 2025. Um, I know there's a lot of stuff going on. I still can't believe that this year is almost over with. It seemed like it flew by. Now, I really was hoping that I could talk about the new Deadpool and Batman, or is it Batman and Deadpool comic book that just came out. But somebody had this wonderful idea to only release the comic book in physical form, so you can't buy it digitally. So um, I looked on eBay. I think I ended up getting it. I ordered it from like a local comic shop. I think it was Golden Apple, and I think I paid like $17, and then there was like um, shipping and handling or whatever, taxes. So yeah, I don't understand why the hell Marvel and DC, whoever decided to only release this comic book in physical form, because all that's gonna do is like limited. It's gonna limit how many people can read it. I don't know if this is maybe they feel like, is it raining outside or are my eyes tripping on me? Jeez, anyway, I don't know if this is because I know that people do illegally download anything. So I don't know if this is a way for them to kind of combat that. I don't know. It just feels really inconvenient. I very rarely buy physical comic books. Typically, the only time I get physical comic books is on free comic book day, or if I'm like out of town somewhere on a trip, and I will go and check out the local comic book shops when I'm out of town, or if I go to a comic book convention, I might buy some comic books. But comic books are so expensive now. It's just so convenient to buy them digitally when I can read them on my iPad. Using the Kindle app. I used to use the Marvel Comics app, but I don't use that anymore. I think they combined, or was it Comixology combined with Amazon? It's so confusing. Sometimes digital stuff gets really complex. And Barnes and Nobles had a tablet years ago called the Nook, which was like the iPad or a Samsung tablet, but it was for reading books. But they don't really promote the Nook anymore. I don't even know if it's still a thing. I have one, but it doesn't work anymore. I think the battery died, so I need to open it up. Maybe I can fix it. But sometimes they stop supporting these devices and the apps. And I was just thinking about that tonight when I was coming to work, about how old, a lot of older stuff just lasted longer. And sometimes I feel like they make this stuff now that it breaks down, or they force you to have to go and get it repaired, because they don't really make it easy for a lot of this stuff to open up now. I mean, before you could open your phones up and change the battery out, and now you can't really do that. Although I have heard that some countries are starting to fight back against that type of thing. But anyway, what I wanted to talk about tonight was Batman and the Deadpool comic book. But since I couldn't get the comic book, it's on the way. I guess it'll come sometime this week. Let us pray. But I was on Amazon, and this got my attention. Now, I'm a big dinosaur and monster person. I love kaiju. Kaiju number 8 is currently my favorite anime. Well, next to Naruto, which I'm still trying to get through. I'm trying to get through the Ninja Wars and Naruto. Then I can eventually go and start watching Boruto, because I tried to watch a couple of episodes of Boruto, but I didn't want to. It was spoilers for stuff that happened in Naruto that I hadn't gotten to yet, and it just felt kind of weird watching, basically the sequel to Naruto, his son Boruto. So anyway, I started watching My Hero Academia, and I started watching Kaiju number 8, and I got the game too. There's a game that came out. It's a mobile game. I don't know if it's available for Steam yet. It's supposed to be coming for Steam, but it's free. I mean, it's okay. I couldn't play it on my emulator. I think it's a RG356 or 556 or something, but it couldn't play on that. But maybe maybe a couple of years ago I bought a device called the Razor's Edge, and it looks like a tablet. It looks like a Nintendo Switch, um, but it's kind of a powerful device, and it's really made for mobile gaming. So it looks like a cell phone with like two almost like Switch controllers, but it's pretty powerful because it was able to run. And I like the fact that it has a touch screen too, because a lot of the Android games, I can't play them on my Chromebook here because I don't. This doesn't have a touch screen. So you think that that would be like the norm now to make devices with touch screens, but um, so anyway, I've been watching Kaiju number 8, and I'm on season 2 now. I think there are 4 or 5 episodes in. So when I was on Amazon and I saw this, um, now I gotta try to see if I can track down the comics where this guy appears in. There's so many different variants of Deadpool, Gwenpool, you know. I guess there's a Miss Deadpool or something. I don't know. It's amazing. I guess he's the Marvel's mightiest non-mutant, almost mutant character. He hangs out with the X-Men, but he's not a mutant. I mean, he became a mutant because of science. I mean, the latent mutant gene in him, I guess it would never have activated unless it was like pressed or forced. Um, so yeah, Deadpool is, he's hanging out with the X-Men just like Juggernaut is, and just like, Namor does sometimes, because Namor is half Atlantean and half human, but he also has the X gene in him, which is supposedly the reason why he's got little wings on his feet. And I guess that's also part of why he's so freaking strong. I don't know why he's not an Omega level mutant, because this guy Namor literally lifted a freaking city out from the ocean and to the surface, I guess. Yeah, Namor's got some pretty impressive feats to his name. But yeah, I like these weird hybrid characters. This Blade is a kind of a weird hybrid. He's not a mutant though. So anyway, I got all off topic, but I swear this is gonna be like the last. I'm not gonna buy any more of these because I have too many and I'm running out of room. I'm gonna have to start putting these things in storage pretty soon. I would like to get a Kaiju number 8 figurine at some point. I gotta look around. There's LA Comic Con is coming up this weekend. I'm gonna go. I already bought my ticket, so I'm gonna go. I'll be there with my co-host, and I might be with some other friends too, because there's some other people that I've talked to that want to go. It's a 3-day event. It's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and they're doing something with Stan Lee, like a hologram where you can take pictures and talk. This is just like a slap in the face for me, because years ago I went to Comic Con. This was before Stan Lee retired officially, because he was getting up in the years and flying back and forth and doing all these appearances and stuff. It was getting to be too difficult. So I went, not knowing. I'd been going over the years on and off, but I went. I know that it was Stan Lee's Comic Con. That's what they were calling it at the time, because he would always be there. So it was $300, I believe, for autograph, and $600 for autograph photo with him. So I was like, I can't afford to spend $600 on a photograph. I just can't do that. That's crazy. So I didn't do that. Now that was his last Comic Con. If I had known, I would have definitely found the way to get those, at least get the autograph. And I do remember buying this comic. They had this, and I wish I hadn't opened it. It was a box set of some Marvel comics that have variant covers, and each of the cover had Stan Lee on it in some way. I mean, if he's standing next to Spider-Man, maybe he's flexing like the Hulk or something on the cover of the Hulk book or something. So I have those books. I found a few of them. I don't know what I did with, because I have so many comic books, and I put some of my stuff in storage. I'm gonna have to. A friend of mine is actually letting me use some storage, but sometime this year I'm gonna have to um, start looking around so I can get like my own storage space, because I got a lot of clutter in my apartment. I need to declutter so I can breathe and like turn around without knocking stuff over. But yeah, I need to do that sooner than later, because I have a lot of video games, and I don't really have time to play all of them. So I need to take the ones that I'm not playing. I need to take the comic books that I read years ago that are just sitting there collecting dust, taking up space. And yeah, I got it. It's going to be like a major project. I mean, it's something I'm not really looking forward to, but it's something that I need to do. Um, so yeah, so I definitely can't be getting too many of these things. I like them, but so I was gonna go to the movies. I wanted to go see that movie that just came out by what's it, Marlon Wayans. Oh my God, what is the name of it? Him. It got really, like, basically got bad reviews, but and I started thinking to myself, after reading some reviews, some people say, you got to make up your own mind, and you might go like a movie, and they can't always listen to what the critics say, which is true. And I was curious about going to see the movie. It looked like something that would be interesting. I mean, I don't know. I'm an action, horror, you know, science fiction, supernatural, just I like, I like funny stuff too, but this is an interesting movie. It looks like it's going to be a little. I mean, I know the producer, and it's been directing some really interesting stuff over the years. So I don't know, if I don't go see it in the movies, I might just watch it on home video. I can't believe Superman is already on home video, and yeah, it just seems like I blinked and Superman was on home video. My HBO Max is gonna run out, so I actually thought it had expired already, but I went and I gotta go see Conjuring though. I might go see that. I like those movies. I like the Conjuring movies. I don't really care about the Annabelles or the Nun or whatever, those others, the spin-off movies, because it's all like a connected universe. And I know there's some controversy about about the Warrens, but I do like those horror movies. I thought the first Conjuring was really good. Now, Weapons looks like it might be interesting, but that's already on home video, so I guess you paid $29 or $24 to watch it. Is it $19 to watch it and maybe $24 to buy it? Excuse me. So I can't believe how fast these movies are coming to home video now, but I guess they want to strike while the iron is still hot, and try to make some money, try to make some more money, while the buzz is still on. I have been playing some new video games over the last few days. There's this game called Hirogami. This is kind of like the characters made out of paper. It's interesting. I think it's only on PlayStation and PC. It's one of those games. You don't typically see games like that on the Xbox. I don't know why. Don't ask me why. Things are sort of changing, because developers they're like, well, if we put our games on just one platform, then it's going to limit how much money we can make, which, I guess they found out with Final Fantasy. You spending all this money on these games and you locking it on one platform, then you're gonna diminish your returns. So I've been playing Chronos, the New Dawn on Switch 2, and I did get a chance to try out the demo for the Sonic racing game, which is awesome. And it's chaotic, but it doesn't feel like. I mean, it seems like every time I play Mario Kart World on the Switch 2, I swear it's like, you got to get in the front. You try to stay in the front. You get hit by like freaking 10 people all at one time, and then you're in last place. And yeah, I don't know, man. It just I enjoy Mario Kart World, but there's some things, man, that Nintendo needs to patch. I don't know if they can. It just feels like it's almost impossible to win I've been coming in like fifth place, and that's a big deal. It's a really big deal when you're playing with like 24 people. There's a game I've been playing on my Xbox Series S called Metal Eden. I played the demo on PlayStation 5 a while back. I really liked it. I can't believe that Microsoft has raised the price on the Series S again, the Series S and X. Now Xboxes, I don't think that they're well. It's not. It definitely is raining outside a little bit right now. I'm not going crazy. It looks like it's drizzling a little bit. Maybe that'll be good for us here at work tonight because all the people won't be hanging out outside in front of the building. But yeah, the Xbox and the PlayStation and Nintendo raised the prices on the Switch 1. The Switch 2, I'm sure they'll do that eventually. It's just crazy to me that instead of prices going down on hardware, it's going up like 5 years later. It's just crazy. And I'm really starting to wonder like how many people are going to be priced out of gaming now because it's starting to get really expensive. It really is. And going forward, I don't know. I can't with good conscience say that I will be buying any of the next gen. I mean, I've got the handhelds. Those will last me for a good while until they force me to upgrade by not supporting the hardware or the apps. I don't even know if I'll do that. I'll probably just stick with PC. I mean, the handhelds are good because now that you can stream the games, hardware isn't really that much of an issue. You just really need like one device that you can play your games on and offline. And then, I guess if you have like something that is not as powerful, you can stream the powerful games, and then you can just play the games on it that can actually work on it offline. So yeah, it's just these handhelds that are coming out now, the new Xbox ROG Ally X or whatever it's going to be called. It's I think it's like $900. So yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be, doing too much buying in the near future, as far as hardware goes. I will probably just be a PC gamer going forward, but I will more than likely have a handheld that can, I can play PC games on the go without having to lug around a gigantic laptop, that has like a battery that lasts like an hour and a half, if I'm lucky. So anyway, I'm gonna go. I got about roughly 15 minutes before I start. About 15 minutes before I start my shift officially. So I'm gonna finish my coffee on my Black Panther mug. I don't think I might have any time to play a game. Actually, I got my Switch too, so maybe I can play a little bit. I really wish that you could record longer than 30 seconds worth of footage, but I guess Nintendo's just not going to give us that. So as far as games go that I'm looking forward to for the rest of the year, Silent Hill, I'm looking forward to that. The Marvel Cosmic, which still doesn't have a release date. Cosmic something. It's like a fighting game with like the Marvel characters. I know this is a crazy time to be talking about Marvel stuff because I really try not to get into politics and religion because these things are so divisive. My mother always told me never talk about religion and politics, but Marvel, there's a lot of people right now are mad at not really Marvel, I guess Disney. People are boycotting, because of certain things that have happened. I cancel my Disney Plus and my Hulu. Freedom of speech, I feel, it was wrong. You can't, go around, unaliving people that disagree with you. But I think sometimes censorship, it's you gotta be careful with this type of thing. And I thought it was interesting that people started instead of just complaining, people actually say, okay, we're not gonna just let what happened to Kimmel go. So that anyway, that's all I'm gonna say about that. So unfortunately, because Marvel is owned by Disney, there's gonna be some. I'm sure there's gonna be some effects. I guess we'll see going forward. But I mean, realistically, I got too many damn streaming apps. I should probably cancel everything. Just keep Netflix and maybe Amazon because I need it for the stuff that I order. I guess Crunchyroll. I don't know. I'm on the fence about Crunchyroll. We'll see. But anyway, this episode went on long, and I thought I'm out of here for now, and I will be back probably Friday or Saturday when I go to Comic Con. I'll post something. I don't know if I'll post anything before then. I guess if something interesting happens, or if I decide to do a review or something, then I may do another video. But for now, have a good weekend. Well, the weekend is over with now. I guess it's not really over for me because it's just nine something here. But on the West Coast, the East Coast is like past midnight. But anyway, I hope everybody had a good weekend. Take a moment to follow me, subscribe, like, dislike, leave comments. Interaction is good, and welcome. Thank you so much for your interest in Nerds with Badges, and I hope to interact with you more.